One Valentine's before we were married, I got together with a friend and we recorded and wrote this song for Laura. I actually sang. I'm sure you can picture me as an amazing singer, but I dominated this song, and it was like an amazing Valentine's Day. I think she thought I was going to propose that night, but I didn't. And then that song was so good, and she loved it so much. That was the song we danced to first at our wedding. I'm not saying that because I'm so good at like gift giving, and what you do on Valentine's Day probably won't compare to what I did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's that time where you kind of are forced to think about love. It got me thinking some of my favorite love songs. I don't know where you're at, but I just feel like love songs were a lot better back in the day. The sound of them, the lyrics of them. The love songs today, gross. But there's just a couple. I've got Love Song by Tesla. I got More Than Words, then Extreme. I got Lionel Richie. Boys to Men has some jams. Of course, there's Yummy by Bieber. But I mean, the classics, right? The classic love songs. I just love them. But the love songs don't always have the best lyrics. They don't always have truth mixed in there. But what does, in 1 Corinthians 13, in a couple of verses 4 through 5, is like some ultimate truth about love. And I want to read that. It goes like this: love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut. Doesn't have a swelled head. Love doesn't force itself on others. Love isn't always me first. Love doesn't fly off the handle. Love doesn't keep score of the sins of others. Love doesn't revel when others grovel. Love takes pleasure in the flowering of truth. Love puts up with anything. Love trusts God always. Love always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. And that is love. If you ever think, I wonder if she loved me, well, you've got some things to kind of lead you in the right direction. Or are you loving somebody in a way that is healthy and good? Well, you've got some things that can direct you in that. And as we think about love this week, for whatever reason, we got to remember the only reason we love is what 1 John reminds us. We love because God first loved us. Hope you have a great week.